Hey guys, it's your girl Renee, and I'm still over here in the green garden, and I am pulling out all my old tomato plants and that were growing. They have finished up, and I'm finding some of my shishito peppers right here that have turned red. So I'm going to try to salvage as many of those as I can. As you can see, I'm going to show you where I see some more shishito peppers that I'm going to pull and dry. And then there's also basil in here as well. And then I can find out what these tomatoes right here are called. I'm going to keep that one in there because he is still trying to grow. So the name tag is down in there. So once I get to it, then I will show you what the name of that tomato is. Okay, so let's see if I can get some more of these pulled, because some of these is a lot of grass in here. But I want to try to get the shishito pepper here. As you can see, I'm pulling this one out because I'm going to show you the shishitos that are on this plant. Oop, I lost a few, but see, there's a few of my shishito peppers that, I fell in love with last growing season. And I'm telling you, if you have not grown a shishito pepper, you need to put this on your list because the shishito pepper turns red, but this is what they look like. Let me sit this down right here. But this is what they look like when they are, when you first grow them. They look like that, which is the perfect size for a shishito pepper. And then if you leave them in there longer, then they turn to this color. All right, so I'm going to see how much I can get cleaned out because it's starting to sprinkle. And I want to show you guys the name of that tomato. All right, let me get situated here. Okay, guys, so I'm going to get up in there. I think there's a frog in there because I saw something jumping. So if you see me jump, then you know that there's a frog or something in there. That's why when these beds get like bushy like that, you just never know what's in there. So I'm going to have to be careful because I don't know what's in there. And child, not sure, do not want anything jumping on me. That is for sure. All right, so let's see. I can get a little bit more of this cleaned out. Try. So whatever that was, it jumped on that side. So hopefully it'll stay on that side, away from me. And I'm gathering up some more shishito peppers. Just gonna make my pile over here on this trash lid. What is that? Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. I'm in here just looking. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff over here. This basil and stuff in here. This is my hardest bed to keep clean. For sure. And these weeds, I think what I'm going to do with this bed, see if I can turn you guys this way, because you'll see what I'm doing more this way. All right, see if I can finish, at least get one side cleaned out. That would be great. Ugh. Then I'll just pick up all this stuff next time I come over here and clean it, because like I said, I don't think I'll be able to get it all cleaned out today. Not today. You know, I got one eye cleaning, and I have one eye looking to see what's going on here. That's what you do when you're a gardener. I got a bunch of tomatoes that did not make it. So I'm going to pull this out. There's a big old tomato right here. Ugh, girl over here struggling. But I ain't gonna give up. Trust and believe that. This is a bunch of tall grass. Big time grass. Okay. Woo! Almost done with one side. We'll keep that basil in there. Whew. Starting to rain a little harder. Won't be out here much longer. Alright, I'm gonna try to see if I can find out what the name of that tomato is when I get this side kind of cleaned out. Okay. Number basil and weeds on that side. Okay. This side don't look too bad. Got a bunch of tomatoes in here. So I know I'm going to have some volunteer tomatoes. All right, whatever was jumping over here, hope it stay over there. All right, let me see if I can get that tag so I can show you the name of that tomato. Let me see. Whatever's in there, stay in there. Okay, whew, I got it, you guys. I got the tag. Now let's see what it's called. It's called Tomato Sun Hybrid. So sun tomato. That's what it's called, see? I'll show you. So if you're interested in growing those little small tomatoes, there it is. Called a sun tomato right there. All right, I'm going to put this on the lid so I can keep it. All right, I don't think I can pull any more of that out of there because it's starting to rain more and more. And your girl trying to get caught up in all this drama. I don't want to mess up that one tomato plant. Tomato plant. All right, well, we're going to call this a day. But I wanted to at least show you guys And all this grass over here. Well, can you guys see? At least I got half of it done. See, that side over there got cleaned. I just need to work on this side. Whew. And this will be part 3 of the cleaning up of the green garden. That being said, I'm going to put this pile of this stuff into my bag. And then we are going to leave it there, child. And take my little hiney inside because, like I said, it's starting to rain now. So let's get some of this in this bag. Get it in there. Whew. Tell you if it ain't one thing, it's another. That's okay. That's what gardening is all about. Look at all that. Getting it in there. All right. Whew. Is this basil? Hold up. Is this a basil plant? Let me smell it. You know, that's basil. It smells like basil. Looks like basil. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna take a chance if I don't know for sure that it's a basil plant. Okay, let me hurry up and get this in here. All right, guys, well, I'm going to end it here, and then tomorrow we'll come back and we'll finish out this video. All right, I'm still in, your girl still in here, trying to work it out. Hey, guys, it's your girl Renee, and I'm out in the back still trying to get this green garden cleaned up. And remember I said I was going to clean out underneath my rose bushes? I'm going to get rid of that bucket right there because it is, I think that was like the original bucket that I had out here. And now, even if I touch it, it's so brittle that it's starting to fall apart. So that's my first indication that it needs to go. And then I'm going to replace it with one of these green buckets. I'll put it over there. But I wanted to show you what I'm able to get done so far. So I was able to clean out all that area because, as you can see over there, that wheelbarrow over there, I have a bunch of that old soil that I pulled out of those planters that I had on the deck. I'm going to stick some of that over here just to put that soil somewhere. And I'm also going to keep some of it because I got some pots that I want to put some soil in it. Then I'll go and buy some good soil because I've used up all my soil in my compost. So it means this fall I got to start collecting more leaves to make some more compost. And then I was able to clean out this green raised bed. And remember I told you that was the worst one of them all. Child, took me forever, but I got it done. And this is those tomatoes that I was showing you. Those what's the name of them tomatoes? Hope I didn't throw away the sign. It was the sugar sun tomatoes, and I still have some little ones right there. So I'm gonna let them try to ripen up if they can. And I got a flower right there, and I got some more beautiful baby tomatoes still trying to grow. So I will leave those there. And then I was able to clean this area out. So this whole area I am done with. I just have to put some soil down. And I don't think I'll plant anything in the green garden. I'll let this garden bed rest through the winter. And I think I may put some cardboard down to suppress some of the weeds. Because, like I said, this is the one garden bed that I always get so many doggone weeds in there. And I'm going to chop some of that basil down and I'm going to dehydrate it. And so I can have some crushed um, basil, bell pepper. I said basil. I'm gonna dehydrate that basil so I can have a couple of jars of that basil because I have that basil there, and I'll slowly rotate you around. And then I got that basil right there, so I'm gonna cut those down too, and I'm gonna be a dehydrating basil. See, and then I won't have to go to the store and have to buy basil. See, that's my whole purpose is to grow as much things in my garden that I can use to dehydrate so I don't have to spend so much time in the grocery store. And then over here, I'm probably going to put a little bit of soil over here in this area. Ooh, that breeze feels good. After you've been working hard out here, a nice breeze always makes you feel better. So I'm going to put some soil over on this section there. And then I'm going to put some soil over here. And then I'll be done with this area. Then I'll decorate it for fall. I'll go and find my flags that I put up for fall because that is for spring. Spring is no longer here anymore. As you can hear the wind in the back, fall is telling me it is a coming. So I need to change my flags out. So let me get this started with putting some of this soil over here. And then I'll get this done, put my gnomes up, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys what it looks like. But I'll let you watch me a little bit to putting out this this soil in this one bed right here. All right, let's get it. All right, you guys, hopefully this camera will stay put. Maybe I'll put a brick on this side so the camera won't lean. So let me go get a brick. I got enough bricks over here. So I should be able to weight that down a little bit so I can get this brick going. Whew. It's a good feeling when you know that you are accomplishing something in your garden. Trust and believe, I've accomplished a lot for the last few days that you guys have been out here with me. So I'm going to take this brick and we're going to stick it over here. And hopefully this brick will do the trick for me. We'll wait on this side. Sorry if the camera rocks a little bit. Yeah, I don't think that bad boy's going nowhere. Let me see if I can get you kind of even. That should be good enough. All right, let's get some of this soil put down. And this raking me? I'll just throw you over there. Before I be done knock myself out here. All right, let's get this soil rocking. So I can repurpose and reuse. I have an Astilbe back there, so I can't put too much soil over there because I got that Astilbe. But at least want to put a little bit of the soil around. So, and then I'll come back and rake it up. Because soon these leaves should be falling. And I'll probably have to be raking that up soon. But it is what it is. That's good. Just got to put a little bit of it. Not a lot. One more scoop. And then I'm going to get my rake. And I'll rake it so it won't look so bad. All right, let's get this rake going. The one I almost tripped on. You imagine? Woo, child. Rake, rake. I still be back here growing, so I don't want to put too much over that one. If you do, you got extra soil and you got low areas in your garden, you can always use some soil to make it right. So that's what I'm doing. I'm moving this around. So it won't be so clumpy looking. Then I got a bunch of weed killer that your child sure gonna be spraying this season after fall. Y'all gonna see me put a lot of weed killer in this garden because I tackle too much with trying to keep these weeds out of the garden. Now see, that don't look too bad at all. Let me put a scoop over in that section. Go on over there, rake. Put one little scoop over there. Over in the front here. Did my workout for today. Trust and believe that. That should do it. Alright, my hellebore. I've had that hellebore plant, I don't know, for like maybe 3-4 years now. And this is the time of the season that hellebores, they come alive. So like I told you before, these hellebores, they're not cheap, but they are so beautiful. I always try to see if I can catch them on sale, but you know, that doesn't always work for me. So let's see how it looks. Not too bad, huh? It looks pretty good. I like it. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and lay this other soil down, and then I'll come back when I get it all done. All right, guys. So I finished the green garden. I just have to, I'll tell you as I give you a little tour of the green garden. Whew, I am finished, and I am so excited. So I decided to put my gnome right there, and I still have to pick that bell pepper. Let me back you out some so you'll be able to see the full spectrum of the green garden. So we have that. See how that soil, that leftover soil looks really, really good? It kind of gives it like a nice clean look. And then as we pan this away, you see I've taken down my my flags. I've got to find my fall flags. And then I put the rose bush back onto its trellis. And then I left my statue of my little beautiful girl. I left her in her spot. And remember, I moved that corbel from over here with this corbel. There was 2 of them. It used to be like right there, but I moved it over to here. And I have my little sign in front of it that says, "Meet me in the garden" sign, which is that little watering can right there. Let me show you right there. And then I decided to put another trellis over here because I want some kind of a, I don't know, maybe another rose on this side to balance it out with this rose on that one. So that will be cute. And I still haven't cut my basil back yet, but I will. And then I have my wheelbarrow that I cleaned out. When I go to the garden center, I'll figure out, you know, what I want to put in there. And then as we pan over here, you know, every garden has an area that has their bunch of their little junky areas. So right behind that gnome, I have all my tomato cages and all that kind of stuff because I would rather have access to it out here in the garden versus having to keep going into my garage and digging through all that stuff. And then I showed you earlier how I cleaned out the gardening box and just left some of the basil in there as well. And then this area was cleaned out. I still need to trim my Don Juan rose, and I need to get rid of that bucket right there because, it's too heavy. And then I got to get rid of that drainage pipe thing. I think I'm going to try to maneuver it so it won't be in the way, because that thing always gives me such a hard time when I'm cutting the grass. And then we're back to where we started. So isn't that beautiful? So this side is done. Next week or the next few days, when it looks like I'll have a good day, I'm going to start over in the black and white garden, because that one's not too bad. I just have to cut back some of my hostas and just weed a few of my containers over there, because I think I'm just going to use my deck garden and my black and white garden for my fall garden this season, and I'm going to let the green garden rest, and then the following year I'm going to use the green garden and I'm going to let the black and white garden rest. That's how I'm going to work it, because you have to let your gardens rest, because they need time just like we need time. Our rest time is in the winter time. We're not out here doing all that physical labor and all that stuff. We're in the house, we're relaxing until it gets closer to spring, and then that's when we start with our seed starting and all our planting and stuff. So that's how it looks, you guys. So woohoo! Thanks for riding these. I think it's fifth day of me doing some more fall cleanup in the green garden. But when you're a one person show, it takes a while to, get everything the right way, cut back, dug things out, um, rearrange stuff the way I want it to look. So when spring comes, you won't have to worry about all this. It's already done. You've got everything that you want in its proper place. And then you can just relax and put your seeds out that you have started and just water them, fertilize them, and watch your food grow. All right, guys, with that being said, I just want to say, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope you have a blessed day. And Miss Renee will catch you in the next video. All right, I hope you guys are getting your stuff done as I am finishing up my one section. And I'm so, so pleased, because I think it came out really, really nicely. One more turnaround so you guys can see. And then your girl is out. Woohoo! Now, if you guys have any suggestions on what kind of rose to put on that trellis, let me know down in the comments, down in this comment section. And because I have like a pinky yellow rose by P. Allen Smith, and I also have a Don Juan rose by Perkins. And so I need one more rose that I can put on that one trellis that you're looking at, but I don't want it to be a real heavy, real, like a big, huge one that I'll have to have a really big, huge area in, climbing rose. I want something that's small and that's a climbing rose that I can maintain, and it'll just cover this one trellis right here, because you guys can see the height of that. I don't want anything getting out of control. Just like with this Don Juan rose, let me show you. The Don Juan rose right here. Whew, I have cut that thing back, and it's such a beautiful rose, but it's high maintenance, and I don't want no more high maintenance roses. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day, have a blessed day, and Miss Renee will see you in the next video. All right, you guys, take care.